Okay, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take what's normally a pretty dry corporate earnings report and turn it into a story. A really fascinating story, actually, about the AI revolution. We're going to look at a company called Elastic and see how its latest numbers might just reveal who's really striking it rich in this new AI gold rush.
I mean, let's be real. Generative AI is changing everything. We've all seen massive tech shifts before, right? From mainframes to the cloud, but the sheer speed and scale of Gen AI is on a whole other level. This isn't just another trend. It's the new reality that every single business has to figure out, and fast.
And here is the absolute heart of the challenge. By 2025, it's projected that we, as a planet, will be creating 480 exabytes of data every single day. Now, to put that in perspective, 1 exabyte is 1,000,000 terabytes. It's a staggering, almost mind-boggling mountain of information, and it's just growing bigger and bigger. So, of course, companies are diving in headfirst. A recent study showed that 72% of organizations have already adopted AI in at least one part of their business. They know they have to get in the game to stay competitive. But here's the thing. They're all facing that same 480 exabyte problem.
And this brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? An AI, like a large language model, is only as good as the information you give it. So with all that data flying around, and most of it is messy and unstructured, how on earth do you give the AI the right information, the perfect context, so it can give you a smart, accurate, and useful answer?
Well, this is the exact problem that Elastic was basically born to solve. So let's take a look at their solution. Elastic calls itself the Search AI company. Their whole idea is to combine the laser-like precision of search technology with the intelligence of AI. So you should think of it less like a simple keyword search and more like a brilliant assistant that truly understands context and what you're asking for, so it can find the perfect answer no matter where it's buried. Elastic CEO Ash Kulkarni actually has this fantastic way of putting it. He says that LLMs, large language models, are becoming a new kind of operating system. In the past, software was built on systems that handled neat, structured data. But today's AI needs a whole new foundation, one that can handle all of it. The structured stuff, the unstructured stuff, text, images, the whole shebang. And their solution for that is something they call the Search AI Lake. It's basically a new type of data storage that's purpose-built for this AI era. It's designed to hold both your neat and tidy structured data and all that messy, unstructured stuff, and make all of it instantly searchable and ready for AI to use. And here's why that's such a big deal. A traditional data warehouse, it might take seconds to get back to you. A data lake, we could be talking minutes. For an AI application that needs to answer a user in real time, that's an absolute eternity. But Elastic's Search AI Lake, it's designed to respond in milliseconds. That speed is a complete game changer. But here's the most crucial part, and it comes down to this one word: relevance. It's not just about finding data fast. It's about finding the most relevant data to give to the AI as context. As the CEO says, getting relevance right is their true competitive advantage, their defensible moat. Because think about it, if you give an AI irrelevant context, you're going to get an irrelevant or even a flat-out wrong answer. Okay, so now that we get the core technology, how does Elastic actually package it all up into products that people are buying? Well, they have 3 main offerings, all built on that one single platform. So Elastic takes this powerful Search AI platform and bundles it into 3 main solutions. First, there's a customizable search solution for building things like e-commerce sites or internal help desks. Then, they apply that exact same search power to observability, which is basically monitoring complex systems, and to security, helping find threats that are hidden in just mountains of data. And it really seems to be working, especially in security. In their latest quarter, a full 1/3 of their new security deals involved customers switching from a competitor to Elastic. That's a huge sign that their data-first approach to finding threats is really winning in the market. And it's not just customers who are taking notice. Independent research firms, big ones like Gartner and Forrester, have named Elastic a leader in their reports for observability and for security analytics. That kind of third-party validation, well, it adds a massive layer of credibility to their whole strategy. So the strategy sounds good and the market seems to be responding, but does it all translate into financial success? All right, let's take a look at the numbers. First, it's really important to get this. This isn't some overnight success story. Elastic has been building AI and machine learning into their platform since at least 2018.
We're talking vector search, AI models. They've been laying this groundwork for years.
And that long-term investment is really paying off now. For the first quarter of their new fiscal year, the company delivered 20% revenue growth year over year. I mean, that's clear as day evidence that their early bet on AI is what's driving their performance today. And if we look a little closer at the highlights, you see a really healthy business. It's not just that 20% top-line growth. Notice that their cloud revenue is growing even faster at 24%, which shows you where the market's headed, and they're doing it profitably with a really strong 16% operating margin. These are just solid numbers all around. But what's really telling to me is this number. Elastic now has over 1,550 customers that spend more than $100,000 with them every year. So we're not talking about small experiments here. This shows a deep, deep commitment from large companies that are building their critical systems on this platform. So let's zoom back out and connect all this back to our original theme, the AI gold rush. What does Elastic's success really tell us about the future? Well, this right here signals pure confidence. After such a strong quarter, the company actually raised its financial guidance for the entire year. They're now expecting revenue to get close to $1.7 billion. And you know what? Companies just don't do that unless they are absolutely sure that the momentum they're seeing is real and sustainable. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. You know, during the gold rushes back in the 1800s, a lot of the prospectors went home with nothing. The ones who consistently made fortunes were the people selling the picks, the shovels, and all the supplies. As we watch this new AI revolution unfold, Elastic's results really make you wonder, maybe the foundational companies, the ones providing the essential tools for everyone else, they might just be the ones holding the most valuable claim.